Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome to a brand new Q&A Ask Anything where I answer everything and anything. But before we dive into your questions, I first want to tell you about a super cool company called Simple Mobile. Founded on the idea that your mobile phone is an extension of your own personal freedom, Simple Mobile has a great way of doing wireless. Joining Simple Mobile is super easy. Just use your own GSM phone, purchase a Simple Mobile SIM card, activate one of Simple Mobile Unlimited plans. It's that simple. So if you want to learn how to start saving money on your current phone bill, click the annotation right here, link down below in the description box, and you can learn more about how to save money and get in on the simple way of doing wireless. Sometimes I feel like Darth Vader's watching me, and then he wants to kill me. Anyway guys, how are you doing today? It's been a while. Welcome to a brand new Q&A. And without further ado, let's jump into your questions. And the first one up is, John, what are your top 5 favorite superheroes of all time? Alright, so at number 5, I'm going to pick Iron Man. Well, it's not only in the movie version of Iron Man, but it's also the comic book version, and that's going to go for all the characters on my top 5 list. I like the character of Tony Stark before I like Iron Man. Why? Because the guy has a shady past, he's done some bad things, he has a drinking problem, and I like that. He's not perfect. So how does he compensate for that? Well, he has a brilliant brain where he knows how to develop weapons of mass destruction, but he puts it for good use, and he makes the Iron Man suit. And he doesn't really technically have superpowers, but when he's in the suit he does, and that's what counts. So at number 5 is going to be Iron Man. And coming in at number 4 is the green mean killer machine, all jacked up on gamma radiation, the Incredible Hulk. Why do I like the Incredible Hulk? Well, I've always liked big, muscle-bound, badass characters that just rage out and smash shit. Now Bruce Banner, the other version, well the counterpart to the Hulk, before he becomes Hulk, I've never really been a big... Let's talk normal. There we go. Never really been a big fan of that Bruce Banner. I don't know, he's just boring. It's like Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll. No one cares about Dr. Jekyll. Mr. Hyde's where the good shit's at. So yeah, the Incredible Hulk at number 4, Hulk smash. I don't know what that was. Coming in at number 3 is Captain America, Steve Rogers, the patriot badass who's willing to do whatever it takes and die for America. I gotta calm down. Cha-ching! Those were my adamantium claws. Calm down, everyone. Don't get scared. Anyway, coming in at number 2 is the character Wolverine. Now here's my plead. Please, Fox Studios, before you're done with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, alright? Please, at one point, I don't care how you do it, just give this guy his damn mask. Just for one scene. I really thought they had a missed opportunity with the movie The Wolverine, where he actually goes to Japan. It just seems like you could have put like a samurai mask on him that kind of looked like the Wolverine mask. But yeah, the character of the Wolverine, he's half man, half beast with regeneration powers. I like that, and that, you know what? That'd be a pretty badass power to have. It's like, yeah, you get your arm chopped off and you just grow a new one. I take that any day of the week. I don't give a fuck about flying. Chop my arm off. Watch this. And coming in at number 1, if you watch my videos, you probably already guessed this, and I know what you're thinking. That's not a superhero. That's just a vigilante. Well, you know what? Batman is a superhero to me. Why? Because I don't care what you say. He is technically a man in a bat suit with ninja fighting skills and $1 billion to do whatever it takes to fight crime. But in all seriousness, the reason I picked Batman for my number 1 choice is, well, he's a conflicted character. He's got 2 sides to him. He's got this billionaire playboy and he's got this dark vigilante of the night who wants to just go kick some ass, hang out on the rooftops and make out with Catwoman. Now the real reason I really like Batman and I respect the guy, yeah, I am talking like he's a real individual, but to me he sort of kind of is. Anyway, I like him because he doesn't just have these handed down magical superpowers. Poof, you're magic now. You can fly and do whatever the fuck you want to do. No, this guy has to rely on his wits and his actual fighting skills. This man had to train to be the hero that he is. That is delicious. Did you guys think I was gonna have Thor on my list because I'm wearing the t-shirt? I'll put it this way. I like the t-shirt with Thor on it more than I like the character of Thor. Alright, with all due respect. Alright, so the first question up is, John, do you think the Fantastic Four reboot will be better than the original? Not the shitty one from 1994. Which, by the way, please watch the 1994 version of Fantastic Four. It's on YouTube. Watch it. Or just skip around and watch little parts of it. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Just watch any scene with the character of the Thing in it. It's clobbering time. It's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, you know what? The new reboot, I don't think it could be much worse than the other 2 installments we've gotten of Fantastic Four. Now, my only problem with this new Fantastic Four reboot is, from everything I've gathered, it looks like they shot this movie in like 3 weeks in some studio with nothing but green screen. And does that kind of feel lazy to me and a little bit underwhelming? Like we're just gonna see people floating around with a green screen behind them the whole fucking time, and it's not gonna have any substance or reality to it, or anything that feels grounded where you can agree with these characters? Possibly. But you know what? Art could be fucking awesome. I'm not quite sure. But we did a few weeks ago kind of get our first look at Doctor Doom. A lot of people are saying it's Doctor Doom bots or whatever. I'm not quite sure. I made a video on it. It's on the Flickpick channel. But yeah. I'm not gonna downgrade the Fantastic Four reboot just yet. Let me see a trailer, then we can talk about it. Would you rather kick Michael Bay's ass or kiss Mark Wahlberg's? Hey John, what are you doing back there? Come here. Come here, I want to show you something. Hey, not the left cheek, kiss the right cheek. That's nice. I like that. Mark Wahlberg impression. There you go. You know, I'd probably rather just kick Michael Bay's ass. And you know what? That's not even to say I hate every single Michael Bay movie. I just think what the guy needs, he needs a good slap right in the mouth just to kind of wake him up a little bit. It's like, you can make a good action movie, but you go a little bit too over the top with it, all right? Get a different screenwriter in here to actually write you a good movie. Do what the script says without all the stupid, you know, sophomore humor bullshit in there, and make a good action movie, all right? Let's make it rated R. Let's go back to our roots. So yeah, I'd probably like to kick Michael Bay's ass. I'll bet money you met your girlfriend in the gym. You'd win the bet, because I did meet my girlfriend in the gym. I was doing bicep curls, all hopped up on pre-workout. She tapped me on the shoulder. I was like, I'm Batman! Oh, and then I was like, I calmed down, and then we started talking. We had a lot in common. Are you getting the Amazing Spider-Man 2 on Blu-ray? No, I'm not. John, I'm going to buy myself a TV in a while, still on the fence between plasma or LED. But should I buy a regular screen TV or get one of them curved ones I saw? Yeah, you know, if you want to spend $8,000, go get a curved TV. I wouldn't recommend it though. Here's the thing about the curved TVs. It's the same technology you already have available to you for 1/5 the price. But what they're doing is they're taking a TV and putting a curve on it. They're just curving it. Not much more is happening there, and they're charging you a premium for it. It's a gimmick. I would recommend, if you like movies and you have a room where you just watch movies and it's a dark room or you can close the curtains, go get a plasma. Contrast ratios, you won't have motion blur. It's a heavier duty TV, and it looks better for movie watching. Now, if you're kind of a casual movie watcher and you're in a room with a whole bunch of windows, I guess go for an LED TV. But you know what? I will always buy a plasma for my movie watching. But my TV down in my living room, it's an LCD TV, and I'm fine with that. So, and by the way, before we go any further, I'm going to do, because a lot of people have asked me to do it, I'm going to do a complete, entire Blu-ray collection video in the next couple days. That'll be over on the Flickpick channel. And I'm looking forward to it. I do one about once a year, and I'm revving up for it. I've been doing stretches for it, because it's like a 50-minute video. And it gets a little bit crazy, a little bit violent, a little bit mystical, a little bit magical, but that's okay. What do you think of Joaquin Phoenix playing Doctor Strange? I think Joaquin Phoenix is a brilliant actor. This guy really gets in this shit. Did you ever see the movie The Master? Just watch his performance in there. He's batshit crazy. But playing a Marvel hero, I think you would add an extra element to it, but I almost don't feel like he's what Marvel is looking for when it comes to that. Like, I could see Benedict Cumberbatch playing Doctor Strange, and would I like to see Joaquin Phoenix? Yeah, it'd definitely be interesting, but you know who would make an interesting Doctor Strange? I'm just going to put this out there. There's a man out there with his finger. Nicolas Cage. Imagine Nicolas Cage as Doctor Strange. That would be great. Comedy gold. Not gonna happen, but anyway. Hey Flick, what letter grade would you give to Revenge of the Sith? Yeah, that's a tough one. There's a lot of great elements of Revenge of the Sith. A lot of great elements. Action, drama, the score, but I don't know if those few action scenes really make up for that entire movie. Maybe a B. Maybe a B. I'd give it a solid B. Okay, here's a really good question. Hey man, I'm gonna start working out. I was wondering, what workouts do you recommend to do when starting out? Great question. Here's my advice to you. Here's what I did, and it worked for me. So when you first start working out, your body is in a static state. You're not moving. You don't really know what's happening. And you start working out, you put your body into shock. All right? You're going to discover muscles you never knew you had, but you always wanted. Get ready for it. And I'm proud of you for that. But the first thing you want to do, step number 1, download some badass, epic Hans Zimmer movie scores. Okay? Put those on your iPad, your iPhone, whatever. Just get ready, because listening to badass music when you work out, it's a motivator, and it instantly makes you 5% stronger than you really are. Step number 2 is for figuring out how much weight you should do. Here's my method. When I go to the gym, I usually do 3 sets, 10 reps in each set. So that's, whatever you do, that's 10 times 3. Take a little break in between, but not too long, all right? Maybe like 30 seconds, 1 minute. And here's my method for figuring out how much weight I should be doing, whatever it is. By the 3rd set, on the 9th or 10th rep, you should barely be able to do that. If you can do all 3 sets, all 10 reps in each set, and you're done, and you're like, you didn't do it heavy enough. So by that last rep, on that last set, you should literally almost be dead and not even be able to do it. And that's when you know you picked the right, perfect amount of weight. Because when you eventually can do all 3 sets and you're like, yeah, I feel good about that, it's time to go up in weight. So that's just my quick advice there. Now let's keep going. I got a little bit thirsty. Okay. So which exercises should you do? Well, if it's your first time in the gym, I would recommend kind of avoiding the free weights. There's a lot of room for failure with free weights. They're dangerous if you don't really know what you're doing. You pick up some heavy ass dumbbells, you drop one on your skull, you crack it. That's not going to be fun. So I would recommend your first time in the gym using the machines. There's less failure, it's safer. You're not probably going to rip your arm out of the socket. So go in there, pick a moderate weight on all the machines. Focus on your biceps, your triceps, the major muscle groups the first time you're there. Do kind of almost a full body exercise, all right? I'm not saying do everything 100%. Just go in there light, almost like lifting weights, but almost stretching your body and getting all your muscles used to working out. So yeah, use all the machines. Just go up and down the aisle. Use every single machine up and down the aisle that they have in that gym. And don't do them all super heavy. Just kind of stretch your body, kind of get used to it. Put your body in the momentum, all right? And you're going to almost get a full body exercise if you do every machine in the gym. And by the end of the day, you're going to feel nice and loose. You're going to have a little pump all around your body. You're going to be feeling good about yourself. But for the next couple days, if you've never worked out before, you're going to be sore as shit. Enjoy it. Because that's the hard work paying off. That's your body saying, hey man, you kicked some fucking ass today. I'm proud of you. And your pecs are going to start clapping like this. And then you're going to call 911 because you don't know what the fuck it is. You think it's a xenomorph trying to burst out of your chest. So yeah, that's my quick advice for the first time you go to the gym, because trust me, you want to take that, because the first time I went to the gym, I literally tried to max out on every single weight that they had in that gym. All right, and at the time I was like, it's not that bad. And keep in mind, I hadn't done any physical activity in like 3 years. I'd shrunken up, I looked like a little alien boy. It was weird. And for about a week and a half, I was in agonizing pain. So now it's almost hard for me to get sore going to the gym. I don't know what that means. I think it means I'm a super mutant. But yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, take that advice, run with it. Let me know how you did. John Pink Nipples. John Pink Nipples. The nicknames just keep getting better over the years. Who would win in an arm wrestling contest? You, Henry Cavill, or Chris Hemsworth? Winner takes all, loser takes the fall. Going over the top for custody of my son. Over the Top, 1987. Best Sylvester Stallone movie ever made. That's not true. Both those guys are pretty big. I think Hemsworth would kick my ass. But Cavill, the guy's buff. The guy is buff. I think I could take Henry Cavill, Superman, in an arm wrestling contest. I said it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, guys, so that's gonna wrap up this Q&A. And by the way, if I don't answer your guys' questions and Q&As, it's not because I don't like you. I love all of you. In a very weird way, out in the woods. We're dressed like lumberjacks, chopping down trees. that kind of way. So yeah, it's not because I don't like it, it's just because I have hundreds of questions in every video. I try to get as many questions as I can in each video in a timely fashion, and I try to give good answers. And usually, if I skip over questions, it's because I've already answered that question 20 other times in other Q&A videos. Keep in mind, I've been doing this for like 2 or 3 years now, so yeah, I try to answer newer questions. So anyway, guys, as usual, thanks for watching, and leave your questions, anything and everything down below. We'll see you next week for an all-new Q&A. And yeah, look out for the complete Blu-ray collection video in a couple days. Just thinking about it, I'm scared. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.